how good was Deion Sanders actually? Like how good was he? Cause around he was playing, I wasn't. Was I even born when he was playing? I have no clue. So let's see how good was Deion Sanders actually. Let's see.
Prime time. Neon
Yeah.
Dion. The hype, the athleticism, the biggest moments, and the controversial, brash style that came with it all.
Boy, what the
Sanders
fuck?
played for multiple teams, and his the
Fam.
controversial,
He look just like Shador right here. That's crazy, fam. But he look just like Shador right here. That's crazy, fam. Oh my mama, he look like Shador right here.
brash
Look, that's crazy.
style that came with it all. Sanders played for
Bro,
multiple
I
teams.
look,
in his
I get
14-year
that's his
career,
son, but
and
he
is
look.
regarded as
But
one of the
I never
greatest-
I only seen him with the gray hair, so I never seen him young. But I never seen him young. That's
professional
crazy,
and
though.
collegiate football players of all time. But just
Yeah, I
how
never
good
seen
was
Deion. I never really seen him
Sanders,
young like that.
actually? Deion
I always seen
Ruin
him with the gray
Sanders
hair,
was
bro.
born in Fort Myers, Florida, and immediately gravitated to sports. Surprisingly, Deion wasn't the best player on his 8-year-old football team, but one of his favorite childhood memories was winning a championship with that U8 team.
Oh my
Deion loved
gosh.
sports.
I forgot to download 2K. Hey, bro, we got Madden though. Let's play Madden. Let's play Madden.
And they loved him back, as he starred in 3 sports at North Myers High School. A lot of people don't know that Sanders got his nickname Primetime on the basketball court, and not from the gridiron. After a 30-point scoring downpour
bro.
in one game, he earned the nickname that would be
Jesus, how you not
synonymous
have
with
Madden, bro?
Deion for the rest of his life. Sanders dominated in football, basketball, and baseball. Named to the All-Century Florida High School football team his senior year. Deion was actually
He
the
did get on
starting
that round, no
quarterback
cap,
for
no
North
cap.
Myers High, as
He
well
played
as being
quarterback?
a defensive back. Sanders was recruited and offered scholarships in all 3 sports. Was even drafted
I ain't gonna lie, that shit take forever. But
to
all
the
3 sports,
MLB
bro, he
out of
looked
high
like
school.
Shador.
The
That's so
story
crazy.
goes that all recruiters had to see was Deion nearly hit his head on the rim in a basketball game to be sold on his athleticism. Sanders eventually chose Florida State University because it was the closest to
Yeah,
his
he went to
mother,
Florida.
and because they were the only school that would let Sanders play as a freshman. It didn't take long before they found out what the best position for Deion was. It was all of them. As a freshman, Sanders made an impact on the baseball diamond and the football field. Legendary
This is
coach
crazy.
Bobby Bowden wasn't keen on playing freshmen, but couldn't keep Sanders' unique talents on the bench. He started in the secondary, but really captivated audiences returning punts. He was can't-miss TV if he could get his hands on the ball. As soon as the football season ended, he moved to the diamond, where he was an outfielder for the Knowles World Series team. While Deion was no longer playing basketball, he decided to take up track in the spring. Just as you imagine, he made an immediate impact there as well. By the end of his freshman
This nigga a
year
super
at
nigga.
FSU, he pulled up everywhere with a license plate reading Prime Time and was telling the media to call him by the nickname as well. The legend of the fictional-sounding do-it-all athlete in Tallahassee grew bigger and bigger in the next 2 years. Sanders would play a baseball game, tear off his jersey, and run track in the same afternoon. He ran a 10.3
he a super nigga.
100-meter dash.
Nigga a
and would
super
become
nigga,
an
bro.
all-conference performer on the track. In '87, his prowess as the best cover player in the nation really took hold. He was a unanimous All-American at cornerback, shutting down the nation's best receivers, and was still a terror with the ball in his hands. In his first 3 seasons, he had 9 interceptions. With one, he brought back 100 yards. Deion Sanders' senior year at FSU
Damn.
was one for the ages. His reputation as a cover corner paralleled the greatest to ever play.
This
He
is
picked off
crazy,
5
fam.
more passes to become the all-time interceptions leader at Florida State. 2 of those were house calls, along with a punt return touchdown. After his pick in the Sugar Bowl to seal a win over Auburn, Sanders ran up to the cameras saying, "Bump the Thorpe, give me the Heisman." Sanders didn't win the Heisman, but he was a 2-time unanimous All-American and
Damn.
Jim Thorpe Award winner. Deion's pre-draft process isn't comparable to anybody before or after him. He
That
showed
shit
up to the
crazy.
combine without warming up, ran 4.27 in
fuck?
40, then refused to do any more drills.
If match, strike
The
it.
fuck? Why he got a big ass fro with a fat ass
Change the
mustache like this
equation.
1980?
Essential.
With the Giants, he stopped them mid-conversation to ask where their draft pick was.
Wait. So what was Deion like? How can I ask it? What What was his prime at in the league? Like, what team was he really like that nigga in the league? Or was it all of them?
With the response.
So, you know, niggas had a prime at that one team, but then they never do it again like anywhere else. What was his prime at?
Prime got up and told him we wouldn't be available at that spot and promptly walked out. In a draft class with a few other future Hall of Famers, Sanders' enigma and brash personality is probably the reason he fell to 5th slot, straight into the Atlanta Falcons' lap. But at first, it didn't feel like that for the Falcons. Sanders was set on playing in both the MLB and the NFL. Drafted by the Yankees while having contract issues with the
Cowboys,
Sanders worked his way into the Yanks' starting lineup. In the truest primetime fashion, Sanders blasted a home run for the Yankees, then made his Falcons
This nigga played in the MLB too?
debut less than a day later, and what a debut it was. I guess teams didn't learn from his college career, as Sanders returned his first punt return 66 yards for a touchdown. Sanders was only a professional for 1 week, and he had done something no one had ever done. Homered in the MLB and scored a touchdown in the NFL.
A home run in the MLB and a touchdown in the league? Nah. This nigga's a legend. What the fuck?
Fell within a day's time. In all actuality, Deion's nickname should be Precedent Time. That doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well as Prime, but it does seem like every time you look over, Deion was doing something
this nigga is
no
crazy.
one
I'd never
had
heard
done before.
I've never
To
heard
make his schedule
this
easier,
crazy.
Sanders signed with the Atlanta Braves in 1990, but it didn't take long before Sanders got tired of not being able to play in the baseball playoffs because the NFL season coincided. He manufactured his second deal to allow him to play both at the same time. In his first full postseason in baseball, Deion Sanders played outfield for the Braves in a World Series. All he did next was show up without any training camp and missing a quarter of the season to earn an All-Pro corner and a Pro Bowl punt returner nod. His time with the Falcons had come to an end when he scored 10 return touchdowns and was twice named the best cornerback in football. He signed with the 49ers next and had arguably the greatest year of his legendary career. He picked off 6 passes, 3 of which he scored on. On just those 6 interceptions, Prime set a still-standing interception return single-season mark at 303 yards. The most notable of those interceptions came on a 94-yard revenge pick against the Falcons. Deion stared down the Falcons' sidelines as he high-stepped into the end zone. Sanders and the 49ers won the NFC Championship, which led to another Prime first, being the only player to play in a World Series and a Super Bowl. Sanders ended up coming up with a fourth-quarter interception in the big game.
Like, imagine telling this to your kids. Like, this gotta be a proud-ass moment to be a dad, bro.
Win his first championship. All offseason, as Prime was playing baseball with the Reds, the media and the NFL were courting his services. While filming a commercial for a video game about himself, Deion had to dress up with 6 different team jerseys on because he didn't know what team he would eventually join. What became known as the infamous Deion sweepstakes.
Wait, is it
eventually won by America's
I gotta
Dallas
something to tell you,
Cowboys.
bro.
The deciding factor, the Cowboys allowed Deion to double as a wide receiver as well. So, in 1996, Deion Sanders was the first starting outfielder for the San Francisco
I'm gonna show you after
Giants,
this video.
the best cover corner in the world for the Dallas Cowboys, and he was the newest slot receiver for America's team.
This nigga
In
played corner and
95,
receiver.
Deion helped the Cowboys win their last of 3 Super Bowls, capping off their dynasty. Winning back-to-back titles on 2 separate teams put Sanders into exclusive company, as it had only been done once before and has since been only done one more time. Now fully healthy, Sanders took on duties as a starting receiver as well. It shouldn't surprise anybody that Deion turned out to be a pretty good receiver. In his lone year, he caught 36 passes for 376 yards and a touchdown. He did all this while also being named to another All-Pro team as a corner. Deion played at an All-Pro level with the boys until 2000, when he signed a monster deal to become a Washington. One season into the 7-year deal, Sanders shocked the football world by retiring. But wait, his story doesn't end there. Deion was just built different, and his time with the Baltimore Ravens proved it.
He played with us? Was he good?
Of his other All-Pro years. After 4 seasons away from football, Deion was convinced to come back and play for the Baltimore Ravens defense. When he came on the field, he looked like he hadn't missed a beat. now donning the 37 jersey, which matched his age. Neon Deion played 2 more seasons in 04 and 05. One of those seasons was a corner.
Shit,
and
me.
the other,
He
a
looking
safety.
good to me.
He added 5 more interceptions and another touchdown before finally retiring. Deion's accolades would make Jim Thorpe blush. When he retired, his 19 return touchdowns were more than any player in history. Primetime is only one of 2 players to score a touchdown 6 different ways. It's really impossible to try and compare any other NFL player in history to Deion. There's just no one quite like him. Deion himself kind of summed
This
up
is
what it was
crazy,
like
I
to
ain't gonna
watch him when he said, "Some people will come out
I'm
to
about
see me
going
do
crazy.
well. Some people will come out to see me get run over. But love me or hate me, they're still gonna come out." So, there you have it. The incredible career of Deion Primetime Sanders. So, what do you guys think? Are we ever gonna see another player as ambidextrous at sports as Neon Deion? Or was he just an anomaly? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. As always, you're watching Non-Stop Sports. We'll catch you next time.
Wait, so why people be like, why people always be saying, oh, we've never seen somebody play 2 sides of the ball, but Deion did it. Nobody said about Deion though. Like when they broke up Travis Hunter playing both sides, they never broke up Deion. I've never heard nobody say, oh, Deion did it. You feel me? Type shit. But great video though. That was a great video. Not gonna lie.